my channel. So today's video is really exciting because it is Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week again. Before we actually get started, I just want to show you my t-shirt. I got this new t-shirt not long ago and it says Cleft Cutie and I love it so much. This year I have decided that I'm going to add to this video every single day of the Awareness Week with different aspects of life with a cleft because it can affect lives in so many different ways. So that's how I thought I'd do the video this year and I really hope you enjoy it. If you didn't see last year's video, then I'll leave a link in the description so that you can go and watch that, because I actually did a fundraiser last year, so there is pictures of the fundraiser in there. And yeah, unfortunately I can't do the fundraiser this year due to the coronavirus. That is why I thought I'd make this video extra special and talk about Cleft Lip and Palate every single day of this week. Today is day 2 of Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week, and I thought that I would talk about what a cleft actually is. So the word cleft actually just means a gap, and the cause for this condition isn't actually known. It could be hereditary for some people, and for others it is just something completely random. Clefts seem to vary from person to person as well. There are different types. There's unilateral, which means one-sided, and bilateral, which means two-sided. And for some people it is a big gap, for others it is a small gap. And it's not always a cleft lip and a cleft palate as well. Some people just have one. Some people have both, but it's known that just over half the people that have a cleft lip will have a cleft palate with it. The condition affects 1 in 700 people, and 1,200 babies will be born with a cleft this year in the UK. So as I said, clefts are all different. No two people have the same cleft. Mine was a bilateral cleft, which means I had it on both sides. But it's still different to anyone else with a bilateral cleft because some people will have a bigger gap than others. So yeah, they're all different and everyone's cleft journey will be different. So everything that I say in this video doesn't necessarily apply to everyone. It's just different things that could happen if you were to be born with a cleft. So today is day 3 of Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week, and I'm going to be talking about surgery. Surgery is actually one of the main treatments for a cleft lip and palate. And as I said yesterday, everyone's cleft journey is different, so all these operations I'm about to mention, for some people they may only have 1 or 2, and some people may have way more than this. But these are just the main operations that people tend to have. I personally haven't had all of these, but I have had most of them, so I'm just going to tell you about a few of them now. The first operation, which pretty much almost everyone with a cleft will have, is the initial repair, and this usually happens at about 3 to 4 months old, and that will be just to close up any of the gaps. Then after that, I'd say the next most common one is a bone graft, and that is to put hip bone into the mouth and just kind of fill things in a bit because there might still be some gaps in the gum and things like that. And then another operation some people have is a jaw surgery, and that is if the top jaw is behind the bottom jaw. I am thankful enough not to need that operation. Another operation that is quite common in people with a cleft is a rhinoplasty. This, just like the jaw surgery, this isn't actually an operation that is just for people with clefts. You know, people have this just for cosmetic purposes, and people with clefts have it for cosmetic purposes as well, to make their nose look different and how they want it. But also people with clefts sometimes use this operation as a way to get their nose functioning better, because clefts can make things hard to breathe sometimes if the nose isn't in the right shape. But also people might just not like their appearance and they might want to change it. So yeah, they are pretty much the main operations that people have with a cleft. But as I said, there are probably many more for some people, and for other people they might not need half of those operations. They are the operations that people with a cleft may need. They're like the main ones, but just remember throughout the whole of this video everyone's cleft journey is different. I'm just here trying to raise awareness and show like the main stages of life with a cleft. Today is day 4 of Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week, and I'm going to be talking about dental treatment. As always, this differs from person to person. Some people might not need any dental treatment and some people might need years and years worth, but it is highly likely that if you have a cleft you're going to need at least a little bit of dental treatment. So this is things like braces, And for people with clefts as well, braces aren't just for misaligned teeth. Sometimes braces might be required for certain operations, such as the jaw surgery, I think requires braces, but as I said, I've not actually had the jaw surgery, thankfully. And bone graft, part of my brace work was for bone graft as well. So some surgeries might require braces, and the purpose of those braces won't be to rearrange teeth and things like that. It'll just be to hold things in place. And another thing that people have to go through with cleft is having teeth removed. I had extra teeth, and so I got them removed, and I also had some removed near the front because there wasn't really room for them in my mouth when they started using braces to move my teeth around. I think in total I had braces for about 4 years, but it was kind of on and off because I had them for surgery and then I had them to align my teeth and stuff. And although it took a really long time, it was definitely all worth it because I am really proud of my smile now. I love it so much, and I am actually amazed by what they've been able to do with my teeth. Today is day 5 of Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week, and I will be talking about speech. Speech is mostly affected by a cleft in the soft palate. Because of the gap, the space between the mouth and the nose is open, which allows air to escape, and this causes a nasal sounding voice. Around half of all children born with a cleft palate will need speech therapy. The gap in my palate, it was quite small and it was close to the front, so this meant that my speech wasn't too bad, but my lips couldn't close together properly, so some sounds were difficult, so I did have speech therapy for about a year or two, not very long, just to help me with those sounds. Today is day 6 of Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week, and I'm going to be talking about hearing. Hearing difficulties occur when the pressures in the ears start to become unbalanced, and this is usually due to a cleft that's far back in the palate. And when the pressures are unbalanced, this causes liquid to build up. This means that there might be hearing difficulties or pain. This is also known as glue ear. It doesn't always have to be treated because sometimes it will go away by itself, but when it does need treatment, this could either be hearing aids or grommets that need to be inserted through surgery. Glue ear doesn't just happen to people with clefts, it can happen to other people as well, but people with clefts get tested for it more regularly, so the diagnosis will be much quicker for them. And although I don't have hearing issues, I still have to get tested for them every once in a while just to make sure that everything's okay. Today is day 7 of Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week, and I'm going to be talking about bullying. This is a really important issue to discuss, so at some point in the future I hope to make a video just about this so that I can dedicate more time to it because I think it's really important. Unfortunately, many people with clefts face bullying at some point in their lives. This is usually to do with their speech or the way they look, and I just want to say that this is definitely not okay. As if life isn't hard enough already for people with a cleft, bullying just makes things so much harder. I sadly know this feeling too well, but hopefully if we raise awareness of the condition, we will be able to put a stop to bullying. No matter what the bullying is about, you should always seek support, and I'll be talking about support and where you can get it later in this video. Today is day 8 of Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week, and I'm going to be talking about support. There are many places that people with clefts can find support. For example, at their hospital, from their cleft team. The cleft team is made up of lots of specialists that can help you through your cleft journey, such as audiologists, speech therapists, surgeons, psychologists, and many more. People with clefts can also get support from charities such as Smile Train, Operation Smile, Clapper, and Changing Faces. I did a video about Clapper last year for Awareness Week, so definitely check that out if you haven't already because that will tell you about all the amazing work that they do. A video about Changing Faces should be coming up very soon, and I will leave a link in the description to all of the websites so you can find out more about what they do to help people with clefts. Today is the final day of Cleft Lip and Palate Awareness Week, and I just want to give a massive thank you to you for watching this video. I hope I've been able to raise awareness and also to show you what life is like for people with a cleft lip and palate. I've really enjoyed making this video this week, so I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. Thanks again for watching this video. Remember to stay safe and keep smiling.